That is our top story tonight. Expanding the criteria is great news, but only if you can get your hand on a vaccine, right? And we know distribution is where our state is struggling. Remember those people included in phase 1A? Many have emailed us saying they still can't get an appointment. But don't worry, we are here to help. 11 Alive's Paolo Soro live downtown for us with some ways to speed up the process.
And Aisha, you know, all of the people I spoke to tonight were in that first group eligible to get the COVID-19 vaccine, and all of them tell me they struggled for months to find an available appointment, one that they could get that vaccine. But you know what? One of them was lucky enough to share some of those tips with me tonight.
It's just not fair for the elderly. It's just not fair for us.
Every day,
I can't begin to tell you the number of hours that I've put into trying to sign up somewhere.
at 11 Alive, we get emails and calls that say,
It just said there are no vaccinations available within a 100-mile radius of your address.
from those in phase 1A, seniors, caregivers, and people who work in healthcare, concerns on getting vaccine appointments even greater than before.
Well, I was afraid that if it opened up to another group and I still hadn't gotten it, that it would be more and more difficult. So, you know, the closer it came to they were going to open it up, the harder we would try.
Polly Oliver is one of the lucky ones. She received her first Moderna dose at an Ingalls after months of trying. To her fellow seniors in phase 1A, she recommends calling pharmacies and asking to be put on their wait list.
When I was able to get in touch with somebody, they said, yep, there's nothing available. Just keep trying.
For others, like Sherry Stewart, who works for a healthcare company and drove 3 hours for her first shot, the concern is now finding a second dose. Hers is supposed to be scheduled next week, but she's received no calls.
Why some people have no problem registering for their first and second dose, smooth, everything goes fine, and then some people just, it seems to be like a needle in a haystack.
The Georgia Department of Health says come Wednesday, people should have an easier time getting appointments as 5 additional mass vaccination sites open up in the state.
Just a little difficult trying to drive so far away, and I just can't seem to do that anymore. So we are trying our best to see if we can get something close to where we are.
As for his concern when it comes to driving far, if you live in Fulton County and are 65 years old or older, you can now get a free ride to your appointment. And if you happen to not be very tech savvy, well, we've got phone numbers on 11alive.com right now that you can call to try and set up your appointment.